Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Reshmi Mukherjee and in my channel as you know, we get ICC, IAC, English Literature and English language topics. So last class we have just finished with Act GC, one the first part of it, except being sealed from Julius Caesar of course. Today's video will be for ICC students class 10. Because we have done half of Julius Caesar, I have already completed a portion of Macbeth, so you can follow that. Act 3 scene 1 of Macbeth is complete. So Act 3 scene 1 of Julius Caesar we are going to do it. And which is going to be a very interesting scene. The murder has already been committed. So the murder portion is used. Remember this part we were doing that go to the pulpit, we were asking Brutus to go to the pulpit, the raised platform and speak to the commoners. And there was a lot of chaos and confusion. So if you go into the next page, you can see some pictures. And this one, he talked about Mount Olympus already. I believe we have also followed the short video, which I posted on Mount Olympus because that is very interesting. We also discussed about the death scene of Julius Caesar when he was murdered by all those people. And moving on to that, there was a chaos therefore, and that is why we're moving on to the next, with that we'll move on to the next page. Where we have the Cinna is saying, so Cinna's dialogue was already done from there to there. Stand fast together, lest some friend of Caesar should chance. So he wanted to say, he was very afraid. He wanted to say that I'm afraid that some friend of Caesar who is annoyed with this murder might, might harm us, attack us. So we should stay close, protect each other. Stop notwithstanding, Publius, good cheer. There is no harm intended to your person. So he says to Metellus that don't worry, nothing is going to happen to you. And to Publius, he says, no harm will be caused to you or to any other citizen over here, not from those own else. So tell me, Publius. So now, Publius, please tell me. And Cassius says, and be us, Publius, lest that the people rushing on us should do your aim some mischief. So tell them, Publius, sorry. Brutus says, tell the people, Publius, that there will be no harm caused to you or to any other commoners. Okay? And Cassius says, okay, Publius, you can leave from this place, lest or otherwise that the people rushing on us because there is a lot of chaos should do your aim some mischief. You might have faced some problem if you stay over here because of all that pushing and struggling. Brutus says, do so and let no man abide this deed but me the doer. So do that and leave this place and let us face the consequences who has actually done it. You did not know it, so let you not face the consequence. So Trebonius enters and Publius exits. Cassius says, where is Antony? So Antony, remember how he was taken away from the scene, so from the area so that he would not stop them from doing it. Cassius asked, where is Antony? Trebonius says, fled to his house and so he is very shocked and he has run back to his house. Men, wives and children stare, cry out and run as it were beast. So people were extremely frightened about what has happened. Such a leader has been murdered, so they are running around, there is chaos. It's just like the end of the world, the doomsday, right? Next, Brutus says, fate, so we will know your levels. In time, we will also know what you have decided for us, what will happen to us. Okay, after this murder is done, after this, after we have killed Caesar. It is but time and drawing days out that men stand upon. So we already know that we will die one day. That is for sure. We all know, right? I always say in my videos that something that we are most aware of, we may not marry, but we will of course be dead one thing. That is very common to all of us. So he says, and one day we are all going to die. It's the matter. What matters is when we will die. Will we die tomorrow? Will we die today at this present moment, or will we survive for another 30-40 years? So men try to control their fate, but we don't know how long we will survive, right? So Cassius says, I believe we have made a mistake over here. This is this will be Cassius, okay? So why me that cuts off 20 years of life, cuts off 40 years of fearing death? So the more we are afraid, the more it causes trouble. The longer we survive, the longer we live, the more number of dangers are there to one life. So we always fear that we are going to die. Possibly we will meet an accident to them. So we are always afraid. So by killing Caesar, we have actually done a great deed because he is saved from fearing death that can genius to butcher, right? Next, Brutus, so we going to the next page with a little bit of a summary. As you see, there is a chaos false, and they are speaking in amidst this chaos about their dream. Moving on to the next page, we see the next lines, which is without that, and then is death a benefit. So if if you can reduce, you kill by that way, we become friend of Caesar. We have reduced the number of years of trouble for him. So we are Caesar's friends that have abridged his time of fearing death. Right? I call this. Stoop, Roman, stoop, and let us bathe our hands in Caesar's blood up to the elbow, and we smear our swords and walk we forth even to the marketplace, and waving our red weapons over our heads, let us all cry, peace, freedom, and liberty. What he is asking everyone to do, we are going to bathe the hands till the elbow with Caesar's blood. Imagine they are going to make the scene all the more bloody. They will cover their hands and swords on with Caesar's blood, and then they will move to the marketplace, march to the marketplace as if they have done something like the freedom fighters, and walking with our red weapons over our heads. We will take the weapons like this over our heads, and we will cry peace, freedom, and liberty. So by killing Caesar, we have not murdered him. Actually, we have given freedom to the Romans, because Rome was turning into a kind of a dictatorship, a kind of one man rules whole. Okay. Next, Cassius says, stoop there and watch. Okay, so let's do it. They smear their hands and swords with Caesar's blood. How many ages hence shall this our lofty scene be acted over in states unborn and accents yet unknown? So for many more years, this one will be reenacted, and there will be some characters in the rule of Caesar who are going to die over here. And there would be characters playing our role who would be playing roles from the timeline is here. Okay? So how many times has Caesar died in sport? So in that process, during the drama, Caesar is going to die every time, just as Pompey's basis lies along no worthier than the dust. So just like, just below Pompey's statue, he is going to lie as worthless as dust. And this is going to happen a number of times. This is a drama that will be staged, and many a time Caesar is going to die. And there would be people who will be killing him. Yes, yes. So oft as that shall be, so often shall the not of us report, not of us, so that group of men, there will be a group of men who would play our role, and we would then be called the men that hate their country, the men who brought freedom to Rome. Decius, what shall we put? The Decius asked, sheaving, so we go out now? Yes, yes. Every man away. All right, then, every man away, Brutus shall lead, so every man should go. And Brutus shall lead us, because Brutus is going to be the spokesperson for us. And we will grace his heels with the most boldest and best hearts of Rome. So we would speak like we have done the best thing that was good for Rome. We have freed Rome from tyranny, and then our steps will be forward. Moving up to the next page is that this picture where the scene is so bloody, they dip their hands in Caesar's blood, and some completely bloody scene, and they are now going out to the marketplace to give on the speech why they have killed Caesar. So this is the place where they have to go and speak to the common people about their action. And this is the other conspirators except Brutus who have in their mind a different purpose for the morning. Who in mostly Cassius. Next, enter a servant. In fact, now Antony's servant enters over here. Brutus. So he comes here, the friends, so they were leaving. They haven't yet. So Brutus sees Antony coming. Antony's servant coming in. So Antony's servant says, kneeling, thus Brutus did my master bid me kneel. So he falls prostrate like this, straight on the ground. He falls straight on the ground and says, my master told me to lie down like that and speak to him. And being prostrate that he bid me say, Brutus is noble, wise, valiant, honest. Caesar was mighty, bold, royal, and loving. So he uses a number of words for Brutus and for Esses. See, I loved Brutus. The servant was stoned to tell them that Antony loved Brutus, and he honored Brutus. I feared Caesar, honored him and loved him. But I also loved Caesar. I feared him a bit, but also loved him a lot. If Brutus will possess that Antony may safely come to him and be restored, how Caesar hath deserved to lie in death. What is the request of Antony? He wants to come here and speak to Brutus and know the reason why Caesar was murdered. So if Mark Antony shall not love Caesar dead, so he does Brutus living. So if he gets a proper reason why Caesar was murdered, we he will no longer love Caesar and only respect Brutus. So, but we follow the fortunes and affairs of Roman leaders through the hazards of this untrod steed with wanton feet. Although there is a lot of chaos released in Rome, even after that, Antony will keep on following Brutus if Brutus can give a proper reason for Caesar's death, for this unprecedented state of affairs. So says my master actually. So Antony actually wanted me to see all these things too. Now Brutus says, thy master is a wise and brilliant ruler. I never thought him more. So I always thought that Antony was a good man. Tell him so please and come unto his place. He shall be satisfied and by my honor depart untouched. So tell your master to come here and we will get a full explanation. He will be satisfied with an explanation. And by my honor, that means I am giving this guarantee, he will be able to depart untouched. Nobody will harm him. Nobody will do him any wrong. Okay. So we part untouched. Moving on to the next page, we see how how Antony's servant has come very close to these murderers and he was lying prostrate, almost prostrate, with completely lying down as prostrate. So he has come here requesting Brutus to give Antony a proper reason. Okay, for the murder. Moving on to the next page, the next lines. We see what Antony does. The servant says, I is fetching presently. And the servant says, okay, I will bring him. And Antony's servant exits. Brutus, I know that we shall have him very disliked. So Brutus says that I know that soon Antony will become a friend of ours. Because Brutus had a good reason for killing Caesar. Yes, I wish we may, but yet have I a mind that fears him much. And my misgivings she falls shrewdly to the fore. So although I am okay with his coming, but I am slightly afraid that will it be right to bring him here? Jesus. But here comes Antony. Welcome, Mark Antony. This is his welcome. Antony, oh mighty Caesar, dost thou lie so low? So as soon as he sees Caesar lying in that condition, he's very sad. Dost thou lie so low? How can you are just lying on the ground? How low you have fallen? Are all these conquest stories, triumphs, spoils, struck to on this little measure, bear the weight. So you have won so many battles, you are so courageous, so capable, and now you are lying just like the dust. Okay, farewell, Caesar. I know not, gentlemen, what you intend. Who else must be let blood? I don't know what your purpose is. I don't know who else must die for this purpose. Who else is right? If I myself, there is no hour so fit as Caesar's death are. If you feel that I shall also die along with Caesar, this is the most appropriate time that I want to be dead. Nor no instrument of half that worth as those your sports may reach with the most clement blood before this way. And I believe this is the most proper time, and that weapon is the most proper weapon in which I must kill myself. I must adapt. Because that would be the best weapon with which Caesar was killed, and this is the best time to be in because Caesar is no longer there. I do beseech you, if you bear me hard, non waste your purple hands to read and sword. Fulfill your pleasure. So just use your, I just beg you that if you have a grudge against me, do whatever you want to do with me right now, while you have your hands stained with the blood of Caesar. So, because live 1,000 years, even if I survive 1,000 years, this would be the most appropriate time to die. No place will please me so, no mean of death, and here by Caesar, and by you cut off, the choice and master spirits of the city. So this would be the most appropriate time for death, and I believe this is the right place for death. So I won't be annoyed if you kill me right now. Okay, now this is, oh Antony, beg not your death of us, we don't want to kill you. Though now we must appear bloody and cruel. Looking at us, you may think that we are so cruel. We have dipped our hands in his blood, we have stabbed him so many times. As far as our hands and this our present act you see we be. From the scene you may think that we are murderers. Yet, see you but our hands. Won't just see our hands. This the bleeding business they have done. This is the bleeding business that the hand has committed. Our hearts you see why we have done such a bloody deed that you still don't know. They are pitiful. And pity, because our hearts are also full of pity. It's not as cruel as you think we are from our heights. And pity to the general law of Rome as fire drives out fire. So pity hath done this deed on Caesar. So just as fire drives out fire, our pity for the wrongs committed against Rome overcame our pity for Caesar. So we were sorry to see Rome's condition in future. And that is why we could do away with that pity for Caesar and kill him. Next, for your part, to you are swords and leading points. Leading points are they are very blunt. They cannot harm. Our arms and strength of malice and our hearts of brothers tempered and receiving in with all kind love, good thoughts and reverence. So we are welcoming you. Our heart is full of love for you. We want to embrace you with all that love, admiration, good thoughts. Okay. Good thoughts and reverence. The Brutus sees this and welcomes our Antony. Now this is again the same bloody scene which, for which Antony says that speech that it is the most appropriate time for my death. But Brutus says that no, we don't want to kill. Moving on to the next page, we have Cassius' speech. Your voice shall be as strong as any man's in the disposing of indignity. So your influence will be as strong as anyone's in the selection of the new governor. You can, of course, speak for the selection of a new government because Caesar is no longer there. A new government should be appointed. Just imagine we have the BJP government in the center. So if something happens, then some other party must take over, or there should be another election process. That is what he said. Only be patient till we that appease the multitude beside themselves with fear. So now that there is a lot of chaos around, we must first settle down that chaos. Then, of course, we can speak. And then we will deliver you the cause why I that did love Caesar when I struck him am thus proceeded. I also had a lot of love for Caesar. You cannot deny that. But even after that, I had to kill Caesar. What is the reason? I'm going to tell. Soon after, I speak to the commoners. Antony says, I doubt not of your wisdom. I know that you are right. Let each man render me with bloody hand, shakes hands with the conspirators, and he's shaking hands with the conspirators. First, Martin, Quintus, Caius, Cassius, Decius, Brutus, Cinna. So he shakes hands with everyone. Thou last, no last in love, yours with Tribonius. He shakes hands with Tribonius the last. Gentlemen, awed at us, what shall I say? My credit now stands on such slippery ground that one of two bad ways he must conceit me, either a coward or a flat. So my condition is such that you will not find me very credible. You will either think that I am standing on a slippery ground. Because soon, a few hours back, I was a friend of Caesar, very loyal friend of Caesar. Now I am joining hands with the conspirator. You might think that I am either a flatterer or I am a coward. I want to save myself, and that is why I am joining hands with the conspirator. Or I am just flattering to get a better position. Either are. Okay. Next, he turns to Caesar and says, that I did love the Caesar, it is true. It is very true that I love him, Caesar. If there is thy spirit, look upon us now. If your spirit is there somewhere and is looking at us now.
So Caesar might think me as a flatterer because I have actually shook hands with the conspirators. So Caesar would be even more sad than he is at this condition when he was lying dead. Okay, the time when he was being stabbed, possibly that time he was not as sad as this moment when his spirit is seeing that I am shaking hands with the conspirators. Okay, yes, making peace. Had I as many eyes as thou hast wounds, weeping as fast as they stream forth thy blood, it would become me better than to close in terms of friendship with thine enemies. So if I had so many lips, okay, that could speak, okay, if I had as many eyes as you have wounds, and they wept tears as fast your wounds are bleeding blood, okay, even that would be more becoming than joining, even that would be better rather than when I am been seen joining hands with the conspirators. So he is very sad when he is doing that. Pardon me, Julius, here was thou bade, brave heart, here didst thou fall. So shall not grieve the dearer. So sorry, this page actually I missed changing. So this is the space again where Brutus wants to speak to his people, and Antony is talking. This is a kind of resuming about what has actually happened, what he has actually done over here. He of course has a reason. We will see to it next. So he is very sorry, and he says that here your hunters are standing here, the ones who have killed you, they are standing, signed in thy spoil. So they have spoiled your body, destroyed your body, crimsoned in thy dithy. So they have completely destroyed your body. They have reddened you with your blood. Okay. And last line he says, O world, the heart of thee has, O world, thou wast the forest to this heart, and this indeed, O world, the heart of thee. How like a deer strucken by many princes dost thou here lie. So he says, very important line, O world, you are the forest to this deer. Okay, if you move into this picture, you will see this, you'll be understanding it better. So in this forest, you were that deer, okay? And this deer, O world, was your deer. So this deer was very precious to the world. We say now, dear sir, that means loving. So you are very loving to this world. This deer, who is actually compared to Caesar, was very dear to this world, very loving to this world. And this dear, O world, was your dear. Now you are lying over here dead, and it is, imagine this deer is dead in the forest, and therefore stabbed. He has been stabbed by so many princes, and he is lying dead over here. So the world has lost the one that it loved the most. Caesar was loved by the world the most, and he is lying dead over here. So it's almost that the world has lost its loved one, the most loved person, and he has been killed by all these princes standing over here with their bloody hands and swords. So here we will keep, only a little portion is left. We will complete it in the next class because it is already a very long video. I think 20 minutes is over. So see it, try to follow it. As if you think that you want to pause for some time, pause. Again, reopen the book and start revising, start seeing every line whether it is clear or not. If you have any doubt, don't forget to just write it in the comment section. I will try to answer your queries. If you have any other literature topic that you want me to explain, I will explain all the topics. If your school has started with any topic, you can send it to me. I will start off with that next, right? So thank you so much. I will see you in my next class. And of course, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Bye-bye.